A lot of people paying attention to this forecast because of Halloween. They have to know how they're going to dress tomorrow night.
The kids, yeah.
Absolutely. So when you're out and about, this is pretty cool. You might see these teal pumpkins, basically pumpkins that are painted the color teal around the surface. And basically what this means is that the house has treats that are safe for kids with food allergies.
So many kids are like that.
Usually means it's non-edible, so it's a little treat. One of our directors, Maureen, she has a child who has a food allergy, and basically what she did is she went to Michael's, and they have 70% off all Halloween stuff. So we're not talking about food here, so she's going to give out like sock puppet kits, eyeball rings, fake teeth, glow sticks.
Fun stuff like that.
Things like that, just looking at the email that she sent me. So this is sponsored by and promoted by the Food Allergy Research and Education. She said this can be a very scary time for parents because they can be given things and all it takes sometimes is just the smallest piece of, let's say, a peanut or something.
I'm not kidding you. When we moved onto our street in the city, there was one boy on the street who had a nut allergy. And I'll never forget his mother telling us, asking us, would we mind having non-peanut or non-nut candies on hand. And I remember thinking, oh, okay. And I remember one of the things she talked about was like the Starburst and those kind of candies that didn't have any of the, that concern about the nuts allergies. But I never met a kid that and so she said Halloween could be it was fraught with a lot of concern for their family. So you can imagine those kids who have nut allergies, kids who have gluten allergies, or perhaps other food allergies, or so many. So I love this idea. You have a teal pumpkin out front. You know your child's going to get something that isn't going to harm them. I really like that. And the whole non-candy treat too thing is a lot of people enjoy that too.
And a lot of these households, it's not like that's the only thing they have. They'll have two separate bowls. So when parents
and they actually keep them physically separated.
I understand there might be people out there that might think, boy, if we got into this level, but you're dealing with the safety of kids here. Food
allergies in kids is nothing to pay short shrift to.
And you know my feeling about sugar. I'm not a huge fan. Obviously, I eat it. We need it. I just think we sometimes overdo it. This goes beyond that. This is kind of one of those, to me.
It's not about the sugar. It's about a child could have an attack.
And if you only want to serve the candy, just don't have the teal pumpkin, and then parents with kids with food allergies
will just bypass your house, or go to houses where you know that those people are going to. Like this one neighbor asked me, would you? I said sure, and we would keep, we always kept that in mind, and I still to this day think about that. Recently went out and bought all the candy for the kids. It's in a hiding place away from my husband, and as I was buying the candy, I was thinking to myself, okay, I've got some chocolate, some nut candies, and then some that have nothing. That's well hidden. He will never find it.
Meanwhile, he's probably watching this like, nom, 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 nom,
he
found it.
Then he's really good if he was able to find the candy I hid. But I love this concept. I love it. And I love the whole not giving candy treats, because you can give fun things too, like the little, what was it, the spider rings or...
And you don't have to, and it doesn't have to be in the context of the food allergies either. You can just give those out. I'm sure kids wouldn't mind. They're going to have plenty of candy. They're not going to have to worry. So.
And then you bring the rest to work and give them to your coworkers.
I know. And then I walk in because the desk where they put it is right as you walk towards you. I just put the blinders on. And I'm a sucker for that stuff.
I don't really eat candy at any other time of the year. This is it. So I get my fill and then I move on.